Acidonian did a 58, and today I'm just going to say what, well, when I was thinking writing this, it could change years down the line, but currently my top 5 most favourite video games of all time, and lots of other people have done this kind of thing, and I just wanted to have a go at it myself, so anyway, let's get on with it. Right, so number 5, and it's, well, House of the Dead 2. You know, pretty much everyone who's played a light gun game who's been in an arcade in like past 20 years knows what House of the Dead is. And House of the Dead 2, in my opinion, is just one of the funniest games ever made. The thing is, I don't think it's meant to be funny, but that's what makes it funny, because the voice acting is absolutely hilarious. It's like, oh, please don't kill me! My God! Everything in that game, to me, is just absolutely hilarious. It's like, every time we play it, we must quote every line just because they're that funny. You really don't really get it with modern games, just they're not that funny, in my opinion. And the thing is yeah, it's probably an unintentional funny, and it wasn't meant to be a joke, but it's just because of how rubbish the voice acting is and how deadpan everyone is. It's like Goldman's the best, or as people in the game call him Goldman, because they can't even pronounce the characters' names in the game. And to protect the life cycle. Also, it's a really fun game, and you get to just blow some goofy looking enemies up with zombies with incredibly silly names like Johnny and Peter and Ken. Yes, all zombies had names in House of the Dead series. You'd only know that if you actually read the instruction books of the game, but they had names, which I always thought was kind of funny. So I kind of like the music, because voice acting is obviously one of the most funniest things ever. What a shame when they tried to be a bit more funny in the sequels, they just really got it funny again. Yeah, my opinion of House of the Dead Overkill was, this is trying too hard, this is not funny. House of the Dead 2, one of the funniest games ever made to me. House of the Dead 2, one of the least funniest games ever made. That's my opinion of it. And also, you know it's kind of funny because then there was a second version of House of the Dead 2 called The Typing of the Dead, where the characters had Dreamcast on the back as backpacks with a keyboard, and they had to tap letters to kill zombies and type hilariously absurd things like I put quicksand in the catalytic trail, getting chased by a zombie running chasing you with a giant chainsaw. I mean, that's hilarious. And then they changed the endings, so the endings are even more insane and ridiculous than the previous one. There was even a DS version of that game, which still uses the same voice acting, which is crazy. Yep, House of the Dead 2 was definitely one of my favourite games on the Dreamcast, and definitely played it in an arcade before, and it's definitely still probably main reason why I probably keep a Wii, just so I can play House of the Dead 2. Yeah, because it don't matter what TV I've got, I'll still be able to play it, because the sensor bar is always going to work with every TV, unlike light guns, unfortunately. Well, anyway, so let's go on to number 4. This is Space Harrier. Now, I was too young to actually play this in an arcade, but unfortunately, definitely have memories of Space Harrier 2. I didn't get it when I got my Mega Drive, when the Mega Drive at launch, but it was one of the early games I got, but I didn't think 2 was as good as 1. It's not like there's a bad game or anything, but it's just the music's not as good. It plays perfectly fine, and we've yet to really get a real Space Harrier 3 to this day, even though it was promised 1 year ago. It's annoying. Well, anyway, yeah, love Space Harrier. Never could beat any credit or anything, but I played it to death. I'm not joking. When I actually did get when I did buy a 32X. Like, did it come with Space Harrier? The only game I ever bought from a 32X that wasn't automatically bundled with it, believe it or not, was a single cartridge copy on its own of Space Harrier. That's the only 32X game I've ever seen in the shop as well. and in my opinion it is the best game on the system. Which in some ways is kind of sad because at the time Space Harrier was 9 years old. And the best game system was a 9-year-old game, but yeah, they've got it pretty much almost arcade perfect and plays great on that system. Yep, so that's Space Harrier. I love everything about the music and the weird stuff flying around, bullets flying everywhere, and yeah. Right, number 3, Metal Slug 3. Now I like the other Metal Slug games, but 3's definitely the best game in the series in my opinion. To a lot of people it is. I mean, 3 was quite literally, when you think about it, an absolutely insane game. I mean, the animation and the detail and the sprites in that game is still like some of the best out there, and the game's like over at least up 13 years old now, and it's still very few games when it comes to sprite work as good looking as that game. Music's good, the gameplay is, well, perfect pretty much. There's one hit deaths, but you can just level life spam, can't you? So credit spam most games, unless you're playing the original Xbox version, which for that reason I would not bother even touching. Yeah, it's the worst system to buy it for. It's just an amazing game in general. So many different ways around the game. There's so much replayability to it because there's multiple hidden routes, lots of secret bonuses, lots of hidden areas, different routes around the game. You have to go through the game at least 4 or 5 times to see every different area that game has to offer. It's also one of the longest games in the series as well. Probably one of the most sadder things about it is it was pretty much the last game the original SNK ever published before it got bought out by another company, then changed the name to SNK Playmore. So it's got that going very well, so they have an amazing last game to be released for the name. Really, everyone should play Metal Slug 3, and everyone should at least once. I don't think I've ever met someone who hates that game. One of the most craziest games out there. So much variety in enemy types as well. It's not like there's like 1 or 2 enemies. No, there's tons of different stuff in every stage to blow the crap out of them. Yep, amazing game. Definitely one of my favourite arcade games as well, along with Space Harrier. My most memories of playing that game actually though, Metal Slug 3, is actually on the PS2, because the PS2 version and the not very good Xbox version had an extra mode where you could actually play as the bad guy soldiers and you had to like storm the alien base. This wasn't like a weird like local multiplayer mode where, you know, like in an arena you just chuck bombs at each other and kill each other to get as many points and collect items. Actually kind of fun. Interesting enough, neither of these was in the 360 or Steam PC port of 3. So if you want to play them modes, you've got to get Metal Slug 3 on its own. They're not in the Anthology collection either. Also, I'd love to know what Sony was thinking when they thought Metal Slug 3 was not good enough to sell on its own on PS2 in America. Yeah, at least you got a chance to play the game on the system when the Anthology came out though. Well, anyway, so number 2, Streets of Rage 2. Yup, most people know about this game. It's still, in my opinion, one of the most fun beat 'em ups ever made. It completely destroyed Final Fight. I mean, Streets of Rage 2 is a way better game than Final Fight in my opinion. It's got better everything. The graphics look better, music's better, it just plays better. Some people would argue with me that, but well, technically Streets of Rage was a copy of Final Fight. I think Streets of Rage is better than Final Fight. 2 is one of the best ones. Pretty much it's up there, one of the best games on the actual entire Mega Drive, for that matter. An amazing soundtrack as well. I mean, no one's gonna mock the soundtrack of that game ever. Of course, the first game was good too, but Streets Race 2 is insane when you think about it as a sequel. I mean, the graphics are just, yeah. Everything, like big, like boss sprites in the first game, and characters that size now, and it don't sound like much nowadays, but the huge improvement on the graphics of that game had from the original and how it plays and everything. The original had great music too, so that's one thing both have. But yeah, amazing game. It's also a game that's on nearly every single system out there, so in some form or another, and you can even get even remake of it called, even one called Streets of Rage Remake, which mixes all 3 games into one. I would recommend playing that as well, but it's only for PC. But yep, Streets of Rage 2. What else can be said about it? I mean, it's just one of the best beat-em-ups ever made. I don't think very few games ever come close to it. And my favourite game of all time is G Darius. And this is a game by Taito, released in the arcades and PS1, and it's space shooter game where you play as space shooter game, what remember that? Where you fight giant robot fish. The old Darius series were fighting like giant robot fish mostly. And this one had, well, like another one, insanely weird music that just perfectly fits the atmosphere of the game. Boss fights, that ridiculous boss fights have loads of attack patterns and take a lot of damage to kill. I mean, this is a tough game, you'll die a lot on it, but it's one of those PS1 games that hasn't really graphically dated much at all because, well, yeah, it uses sprites in the background to drop to 3D the actual enemy character sprites, 3D models and bosses, so look really good because, well, they're meant to look sort of blocky because they're like giant robotic spaceships, so it makes sense for them to look like what they look like. And insane bullet patterns in that game, very difficult game. It's definitely what I consider a bullet hell game at times. There's lots of insaneness going on. Yeah, I really like that game. I've completed it loads and loads of times. Amusing enough, it took me years until the PS2 release on Taito Arcade Legend 2 to even realise that I had a charge beam in the game and you could like charge beam bosses to do loads of damage to them. So yeah, I beat the old game on PS1 not even using a regular mechanic, made the game run harder for myself. That's me for you in general. But yeah, I actually love G Darius. I mean, it's definitely a game I think more people should play. Insanely, it's difficult though, but it's definitely worth playing. Even on the lowest difficulty setting, you'll die quite a lot. Yeah, but it's also got a lot of replay value in it as well because there's multiple ways to go through the game and there's 5 different. All bosses are different. Well, one boss actually technically repeats itself. One boss repeats itself in a different colour, but it's a lot harder the second time around and you can't fight both in a single playthrough. But yeah, there are lots of different routes to pick in the game, so you've got lots of like replay value there, and there's 5 different final bosses and 5 different endings, so you've got a lot to play through as well. If you just beat the game once, you can try it again and go for an entirely different route and fight entirely different bosses. Yeah, G Darius is a game I'd highly recommend. Though I'd actually recommend all the top 5 the games in this list for anyone to play. They're all worth playing. Well, anyway, that was my top 5 games of all time. So thank you for listening and watching.